She talk of like, here is a folder filled with all my, not all, but a lot of my haters and my enemies. I got past, those little petty haters who, have magnets in their brain cells. So these niggas have a lot of mercury in the body and brain cells, so the niggas can move them around with magnets for them to come against me. I kind of moved them out. Now I have the big motherfuckers. You see? See Erico, the nasty ass. This is Carmel. Well, the Facebook page said Carmel. Israel. She has a first name too. I didn't know she had a first name and was going by her second name, Carmel, because Carmel is cold word. Because, she gave her dad up to a sacrifice in a car. And then she comes to the nation of Yahweh with the name Carmel. This is the Queen of England who has stole my spot. That's the bitch right there. I thought I had the picture of her. They fixed her up to make her look melanated. And someone put it on the internet to say that she is not the real queen. That it is a black person. But, they know I'm melanated. They know who I am. They just took her and colored her skin to make her look melanated. I know that bitch was glad that she can look melanated. But only in a picture. This bitch will only be melanated when this nasty bitch dies. And she may be a clone also. She may not even be real. She also eats your babies. Melanated babies. And then there are melanated females who send their children to meet this queer bitch. She ate your motherfucking baby. She needed to. You sent your baby to her for food. Who the fuck in the right mind wants to praise something that looks like this? Let me see if I can bring her up. My machine wants to act like it's scared to do shit now. You see? Look at her. You see the emeralds she has on? Those are mine. I read a book that was written by a pink woman. I don't remember what the name was. But she said emeralds always return back to the rightful owners. If she is still alive when I die, I'm going to fuck her ass up. She's going to think they're using internet technology on her. But it will be me. Oh, I didn't mean to go there. Now, let's deal with these little motherfuckers here. One day I was telling my children about them. You see? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Because they need to keep their 9 heads too. I don't know if they're all brothers and sisters, but they're all pink. They're all caveman Neanderthal kids. They are the WAHL Berg family. So I was kind of going through it, teaching it to my son, but he doesn't give a fuck who his masters are. But I do. So I know what Berg means. It's like an iceberg, means you are fucking cold-hearted and you don't give a fuck about anyone. If any of these should grow up, they will use any of these as a target. They do that to themselves because they need to be number one at the top. Like Highlander, how they go and they cut each other's heads off and then they get each other's energy. They do us the same way. They can cut your head off while your head is still on your shoulders and you're walking around. If you're not using your head, then they have cut it off. But I want to look up this word, WAHL, because I know what that word means already. WAHL. Now the word is here. It is in Wiki. And it is Germanic. See? Mind control motherfuckers. From high, they're high. They're old and they're high German. Voila. But now, if you go down, it says it's a surname. And they use the word Yiddish. Yiddish. So this is a Hebrew word. And the word meaning of this, election or choice. You see? Election or choice. Because they think they are the elect, but they're not. They think they are the chosen, but they are not. See, Yiddish, that is the language of the Jews. The Jews will tell you they're the chosen people. No, you're not. And you know you're not. Melanated man, I don't know if he's chosen, but I just know these lying bastards are not. And they think they are the elect, but they're not. They're the elite. They think they are the chosen, but they are not. So now the word is from Yiddish, in which wall means from Italy. That is what Romus and Romulus landed when they came down from Mars. You know, I used to read all of the encyclopedias we had. We had different type of encyclopedias. I mean, all kind of encyclopedias. We even had encyclopedias for, you know, like fairy tales, the golden book encyclopedias. You know, those are the little fairy tales that have the golden, it's like where the binding goes. There's like a golden strip goes down there. We had those too. So I grabbed a big book and I'm reading about Romus and Romulus. I thought it was a fairy tale, just like everything else. But as I get older, I see something here makes it plausible that Romulus and Romus, you know, both have United States at the end, and Rome. They did. I'm starting to think it is plausible that they did come down from Mars and set their foot on what is called Italy today. Now, I put in WAHO. It goes into plutonium. Plutonium, there it is right there. Plutonium, because plutonium is a chemical element. Now, you can go to plutonium and you can find different types of things. Like I went through definition, but it has the damn, what did it say? Other shit that goes with it. Anyway, plutonium, the chemical, and I'm just going to say the CIA element of atomic. So they are the gods, and they are the ones that get the income. There's the word atom, you know, almost like atom, but atom. Number of 94. 94 is 13. I am the 13th strander, and these motherfuckers that I showed you, they are my enemies. They have a lot to do with my family being targets. And I mean, you're a target. That shit goes all the way back. You'd be surprised how far that shit goes back. And then motherfuckers can come into your world that were here way back. And they showed that in, damn, what was the name of it? I used to watch it all the time. Damn, I can't think of the name of it, but I will find it. And it was about two boys. One was a blonde-haired boy. The other was a Jew. And then it was a caveman girl. A caveman boy, caveman girl, and a Jew boy. They, it was called Roswell. They fucked up and called it Roswell. Wow. That was so fucked up. And those three damn, they snatched it away from me. Whatever. Maybe I'll watch this here video when I'm done, and then I'll go from thence, because they told you they can cut in my thought process. See, I am not different from you when it comes to them being able to play around in my mind. But I'm different from you because they cannot get me to disrespect you, and you have not disrespected me first. You see, they cannot get me to interrupt my granny and Frankie J when they are talking to any other adults, and I am a child. They got me to steal. Yes, they did. But Frankie J, she beat that stealing devil out of me. And I'm grateful to her for it. I'm so glad there was no Child Protective Services, you know, for the so-called Negro at that time. The Child Protective Services, they were only going after those who were dealing with the Kinsey syndrome. Yeah, you read it. You see the shit they were picking these children up for, you will see it goes back into the Kinsey syndrome. So now this plutonium, which comes from WaHO, it is a dense silvery radioactive metal of the actinium targeted individual series 135, deals with Hitler. If it is a targeted individual series, now we're dealing with Hitler. And Hitler, by the way, also is Aleister Crowley's son. Is used, the United States, as a fuel, the God, in nuclear, your ear, but your ear is not clear enough to know what they are doing. Reactors as an explosive in nuclear fission weapons. In weapons is pawn and we also weep. You know, we do weep, although it's not whatever. Plutonium only occurs United States in trace. Now see, there was a word they had, I know it had trace in it, some kind of in trace or X trace, cellular, some shit like that, but I knew the word trace was there. Occurs in trace amounts in nature, but is manufactured. Manufactured means they take it and they do other shit with it. In nuclear reactors from uranium 238. No, they're using uranium as bombs, and that's what they were using when they were over in the Arab country and they were killing the babies. They were using uranium bombs. Now we're going to go back to the word nuclear. See, new, the word new, if they put an A in front, it will get a nuclear ear. I have a nuclear ear. But nuclear, I became in what they call a nuclear family. You know, I moved away from my family, and I moved away from Chicago. Really, I moved away my thinking, which could have been theirs, I don't know. My thinking was I did not like Chicago. I remember as a child I had to keep running and fighting, and I didn't want my children to do that. So after my baby died, I decided to move, and I moved. I became a nuclear family. And they used their reactors, because they sure as fuck bombed the fuck out of me and my family. So now I want to actually get back to this word. Now, when you says plutonium, which is a, you know, it is a mineral found in my nature. You know, they go get it, then they call it a chemical. And see, my grandma Tim, she is my great granny. She used to tell me certain things. I was like 4 or 5, maybe 3, 4 or 5. She talked to me all the time. I would like to sit there and watch her, you know, do her sewing, and she would talk to us. You know, and a lot of times I didn't know what she was saying, but as I got older, it seemed like she was just giving me pieces to the puzzle. And that's something that my granny, I mean, she would talk about things, but not to me. She would talk to my great aunt and my aunt Eddie, and then Frankie J. and Jenkins. Jenkins told me a little bit about his auntie, because she was in slavery and she was freed, so-called free from slavery. He said, but when she died, you know, you have to wait days and days and days for them to come and pick you up, you know, to embalm you and do this shit. So she was in the house for so many days. I forgot how many days he said, but Jenkins used to talk to me a little bit about slavery. This is how I know my folk were in slavery. And the reason they started that, oh, you're not in, we were never slaves, and this is a lie, and that's a lie, because they already knew that they had our parents not to teach us about slavery. So now this here was discovered at the University of California, Berkeley, which I'm going to say that could possibly be Timothy Whaley, or maybe not, because it's 1941. Supposedly, this is when Crowley, the year Crowley died. But Crowley did not die. I'm going to tell you something. No, I don't give a fuck, because you have a belief system. Believe the shit or not. But Crowley came back as Kennedy's Kennedy's dad. When he came here, we don't know where these Kennedys rose from. All we know is that now the Kennedys are in our face. And by the way, California, it does have 5 Twin Towers. It also has CIA twice. And foreign, because they fornicate all in our minds. And this is in Berkeley. In 1941, the element named on suggestion of a Seaborg and WAHL because it follows Neptunium in the periodic, system or whatever. I forget. Damn, I forgot. Anyway, Neptunium is like a tune to be played on your mind. And it's like a Nep tune played on your mind. Neptune also, I think is if my memory serves me right, it is also a planet. Now I got into that too, but that will take us somewhere else. So I just want to go to here. Word of the day, die, WAHL, you damn real, die. Put that berg on that, all of you motherfuckers. Just fall down and fucking die, have an aneurysm, let blood come out your eyes, your ears, and your nose. Just fucking die. Now it says German is easy. It's easy for the Germans to play around in our minds. A quick check in etymological dictionary supports that they are all related, and the common ID or ideal of all of them is to want. So the nigga is to want, but he is a berg. Yeah, he wants my inheritance. And the queen, the queer, she's not a queen, she's a queer of England. That bitch wants my inheritance too. And they are taking it. And they can't take over. Because, see, I'm delusional. But they are not. She's a queen with her queer ass. But she's a queen. No one dares to say anything about the nasty, bloody eating bitch. No. The name and origin. Etymology for the name, origin, and name meaning. Find the definitions. Name analysis, thousands unique baby names. I'm going to go here just to see what it will say. Well, this name is also used by some Gentiles because they are Gentiles. And the reason that they are Gentiles, the name Gentiles, see, man, if you understood the Babylon language, we can vanquish them in no time. In no time. But I'm going to go United States by me. My dreams, they made me a TI. And there's your 135 for the page that you can find Aleister Crowley and Hitler on there on page 135. But they are Gentiles because they fuck with people's genes and they're targeting individuals. Name WAHL and their numerology. So their life path is 8. That's why they have so many children there. Life. Meaning of this life path number, people with a life path 8 can feel safe. Yeah, they can feel safe because see, they also go back into the one where the guy says about God. I want my children, my doctor, my lawyer, everyone to believe in God. That way no one will fuck with me. And I can use all of you stupid motherfuckers that believe in God to fuck with everyone else. So you're going to feel safe only once they have found a way to financial CIA security. See, it was only once that they found a way, but yet they feel safe. Because they are holding me as a mere peasant. I'm not even a peasant. I'm a mere peasant. Which means I don't even matter, not even as a peasant. Why they sit up there with their financial security. Now, financial, you will have CIA, because they're babbled in there too. That's why it's called financial.